the Salina League of Women Voters, and I want to welcome you all here to our Fall Issues Forum that we do every year. We always try to pick a topic that has some meaning to the city and our community. So I was glad to welcome you here and to introduce Larry Black. He has an MS in counseling psychology. He's a licensed clinical addiction counselor. He's been a substance abuse counselor in Kansas since 2002. He spent 16 years with Valley Hope. He has served as program director at the Norton Valley Hope, and he is currently serving as director of the OUD Grant Outreach and Admission at CKF here in Salina. So I'm proud to introduce Larry.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you all. It's so nice that you all could be here. We were sitting here with about 3 people, and I was thinking, we're going to have a nice, really small group here. This is really good. It's so good to see so many people here. Now, I almost, you know, after we started talking about this, I almost sort of said, maybe we don't need to do this because Salina doesn't have a drug problem. Really? Is that true? Maybe not so much. But the reason I want to spend a lot of time talking about opiates, we're going to talk about addiction in general, but we're going to spend a lot of time talking about opiates because we have the ability to get ahead of this. The opiate crisis itself isn't really here yet, but it's coming. It's on the way. I'm going to tell you more about how that happens and where we're at compared to some of the other states that have had problems with this. First of all, before we start, I want to let you know when Lori and I talked about this, we kind of had it set up for let's do a certain amount of time with me talking to you about the things I know. And then 5 minutes after that, then I've run out of things to say. So what I'd like to do is have you guys ask questions anytime you want rather than saving them all to the end. We can kind of be interactive that way, and that way while it's on your mind, you won't have to worry about remembering it later. So if you want to jump in and ask a question, if you want to make a comment, if you want to say anything, you can disagree with me if you want. It's been done before. And we'll go from there. Okay? First of all, though, I have to tell you a story. I was mowing my yard the other day, and my neighbor was mowing his yard at the same time. We passed each other and waved on the way by. He ran out of gas. So I stopped and we just chit-chatted a little bit. He went back to his garage, got his gas can, started pouring it in, and he's talking to me and whatever, and then the gas can slipped and he poured all over his. You ever done that? Like pour the gas in your car or whatever, and it's just like big and yucky. And I started to walk away and I go, he's a smoker. I hope he doesn't light up a cigarette. And sure enough, he lights up a cigarette. I turn around, whoosh, his arm's on fire. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I'm like running in trying to find the fire extinguisher. Luckily, on our street, a policeman pulls up. Just like right after this happens, I thought, oh, thank goodness, he's going to get his extinguisher out and, put him out, save his arm, save his life. I start walking over that, and the guy pulls out his gun. The cop pulls out his gun. And now I'm starting to back up a little bit, and I say, sir, can you see that he's got problems here? And he says, you get away, you get down on the ground. And so I said, shouldn't we do something else? And he says, you stay aware, I'm going to arrest you too. You're under arrest. And I said, what in the world could you be arresting this man for? Possession of a firearm. Oh. Sorry, tell a joke right now. All right, so we're going to talk about opiates. We're going to talk about addiction in general. I want to tell you a little bit about what brought me here. As Lori mentioned, I've been in this field since 2002. I used to be an old radio guy. We owned the radio station, and I did play-by-play, and I did sports, and I did news, and did disc jockey show, and I tried to sell ads, but I stink at it. Which is why I'm not in the radio business anymore. But I thought like most people thought. I'm from Norton, Kansas. We have an inpatient treatment center in our town. And I thought like most people thought, yeah, it's just, I don't know what those people do there. It's not me, it's not my family. I don't have those kind of problems. Until we did have those kind of problems. Addiction touches virtually everyone in this country.
one way or another. It may not be you, it may not be your son, it may not be your daughter or your mother, but somewhere down the line, your family's been touched by this thing. And I was so arrogant, and I was so thinking I'm better than, that this wasn't going to affect me because we were good parents. We still are good parents. Spent time with our kids, took them to church every Sunday. And then addiction touched our family. To this day, I'm grateful that our son is still alive. He was pretty heavily into this. And one of his friends who came to our house regularly ended up dying in a drug deal gone bad. And that could have been my whole day. And so, as I'm here today, I'm here not just because this is my job, I'm here because this is my passion. I mean, it's been a good living, but I've dedicated my life to helping family members know that there's hope and there's a chance. Because when this all started for us, we didn't think there was a